I'm Coach Brianna Taylor, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sportslifetalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise a star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Let's go! SLT Nation! What it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, it is season 4, the year of the Mamba. And KT and I, we are all across this country. We are going in and out of communities, and we're finding rising superstars, future phenoms who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we gonna play a little defense. The defense. Yeah, we got her, ladies and gentlemen, representing the University of Texas, coming out of the H-Town. She was the 2017 Defensive Player of the Year. She was the 2017 All Defensive Team in the Big 12, and all 4 years of her college, she was all academic, brains and beauty, ladies and gentlemen. And now she is 7 years into her coaching expedition, and she is leading the next generation of women's basketball hoopers now at Lake Creek. Y'all make some noise, Lion Nation, for your new women's basketball head coach, Brianna Taylor. What's up, Coach? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. That was an excellent introduction.
Thank you,
for
Coach.
having me on.
We're excited about having you on this joint. You was a monster back in the day, so I had to take you back to the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? I had to get you back to the starting 5 because you was doing it super big. But check this out, Lake Creek, Kevin. This is our first time at Lake Creek, man. Yes, I've never heard of the school, so I'm super glad, super excited about having y'all in the house tonight. If this is your first time watching the SLT Experience, I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the all everything Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yee is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the Quiet Storm. Shh. The other side of the You Got Next logo, all facts, no cap, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, B. Jones. I'm fighting through something right now, so just bear with me, man. Let's go.
It's in the mid, like it's July. This is prime.
Okay, so I haven't ate. I've been waiting on barbecue all day, and my father-in-law is taking forever. So I'm fighting, B. Jones. I'm fighting. Let's go. I'm ready, though. I'm ready for coach. Let's go.
Your stomach been fighting, huh, KT? I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. All right, Coach Taylor, you ready to kick this show off with the moment of truth? All right, that's right. So this is a very unique segment. Kevin and I, we call the moment of truth. It is our version of 2 truths and a lie. Well, Coach Taylor has prepared 3 unique facts about herself. Here's the deal. One of those facts, as the title of the game, is not truthful at all. Kevin and I will have exactly 60 seconds to work together as a team and see if we can figure out the untruth in this situation. Coach Taylor, we're not great at this game, but I don't know. I got my eyes on you, Coach Taylor. Give us your 3 facts.
Didn't attempt a 3-pointer in high school. The hardest person I ever had to guard was Tynice Martin from West Virginia. I love barbecue.
I'm gonna say this, Kevin. It was a little pain behind it. She broke up a little bit when she said Tynice Martin. So, I know Tynice must have gave her hell, and that must have been a matchup. So I'm gonna say that one was true. The not taking a 3-pointer in high school or during the whole season, That seems improbable.
Yeah, I don't believe that one. But here's my thing, B. Jones. Before we get my answer, all the research I did just went out the door because she didn't mention anything.
You don't know her Epicurean status, right?
Yeah,
you don't know her favorite foods, man. So what you thinking about barbecue?
Me personally, or are you talking to him?
No, I'm talking to KT because we trying to salute. We trying to figure this out. What you thinking about the barbecue one, KT?
Well,
Come on.
She said she loves barbecue, right?
That was number 3. She loves barbecue.
And she's African American, B. Jones, so that's kind of
I feel like
kind of a staple.
I think she took a shot. She had to take a shot, KZ. She had to
let's go with that one. We're gonna go with that one.
You know what, Coach? I don't think you like. I don't think you love barbecue. That's too much meat. You know, vegan vibes off of you. We gonna say number 3 is the lie, and that number 1 and 2 are the truth, Coach.
Yeah, you got it. You got
it. So that's crazy that you didn't take a shot, though.
Oh, not one.
I cannot believe it.
I lived in the Midi. I was just elevating. I was just getting to my spots and elevating over people. You know, it's really. In hindsight, that's crazy to really think about because it makes the floor so small when you're not able to stretch the defense and shoot from the perimeter. But you know, just being super athletic in high school, that was never a problem. I was just able to get to my spot, elevate and knock it down. So, but the second one, Tyneese Martin, like I've had to guard a lot of people. I've guarded Breonna Stewart. I've guarded an amazing player. I've guarded Odyssey Sims. Really difficult. But Tyneese Martin, that was crazy.
We got to call Tyneese Martin to get a response on that one because that's crazy. The names you listed out. But all right, here we go, Brianna Taylor. We got to get this thing. We got to get this road trip rocking. We got to get this thing on the road and tell them about your story in an amazing journey. But before we take a road trip around SLT, we do it as safe and sound. Okay, here we go. We need you to take your right hand, Coach. Come on, lift it up. Reach over your left shoulder. Grab that seatbelt and buckle up. Click, clack. It is time to go to work. Y'all got to turn up the volume and turn up the noise. I need UT. I need Austin Westlake. I need everybody. The hoop shop. If you rock with Coach, we need to call on you right now for a call to action to do 4 things. 4 things that don't cost a penny. They are free 99, and it'll help us take this show to a whole another level. Number 1, we need you to stay to the end of this video. That's right. Stay as long as you possibly can, even if you got to use the restroom. Hey, watch it a second time, but don't miss a part. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button with conviction and authority. That's right. You got to tell Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg that you like this show, so it'll just bubble all the way up to the top. Number 3. Now, Coach talking about living in that Midi, but she probably got a $1 full of dimes in her pocket because she was known to throw them things out all day long. She was quick to share with her teammates to make sure that the team evolved and the offense worked great. So we need you to become the point guard of this team and share this episode with all your teammates in life, coworkers, classmates. It don't matter who, but let's hit that share button and run the numbers up on this show. And last but not least, one thing we're going to give you is 1,000% energy. And we're going to have a good time doing it. We're going to keep bringing amazing coaches like this one in today. So the last request, smash that subscribe button. That's right. Subscribe to the SLT tribe. We're doing big things, and we would love to have you to become a part of our family. Coach Taylor, is Lake Creek going to rock with us? Is the line
absolutely
going to hold us down?
Absolutely.
All right, y'all know what y'all got. Y'all heard Coach. She told you. On the count of 3, let's do it like we true to it. Let's make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah! Oh my goodness. I love that part of the show, Kevin. If my voice start cracking up a little bit, it's because I love bringing in new family members to the team, to the squad, and we so excited. And when we say family around Sports Life Talk, we sincerely mean it. We don't do fans. We don't do follows. That is our logo. That is our motto, our mantra that we live by. So welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Now, Coach, everybody that smashed that subscribe button, even if they shared it and they are now part of our family, we need them to throw an emoji in the comments, okay? We need them to throw an emoji in the chat just to let us know they was out there rocking along with us. You select emoji, Coach. What is that emoji of the show that we want all to throw in there?
I would say the lion emoji because we the lions over here at Lake Creek. We bring a lot of energy. You know, we always talk about we entering the lions. Then when you walk in there, you got to have that heart. You got to have that energy. So that's the one we throw around.
See, they out here talking about they got dogs. Y'all got lions. You know what I'm talking about? Welcome to the lion. All right, y'all heard it. Y'all make sure y'all throw that lion emoji in the chat if you did any of those things. KT and I, we just personally want to reach out, shake your hand digitally. And what we going to tell them, KT?
We're going to tell them thank you.
Thank you. Well, Kevin, you ready to get locked down? You ready to get some defense played on you? I don't know. We're going to teach you today how to get down and go 94 feet of fury. Coach, welcome to the Sports Life Talks Initiation.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Oh, top 5 music artists. I'm old soul. Whitney Houston is number 1. Rest in peace. Whitney Houston, number 1. Number 2 is Anita Baker. If you know me, you know I'm always vibing. I'm always jamming. Just props to my parents for putting me on to some good music. Number 3. Oh, I know he's under a lot of fire right now, but you can't make me hate him. It's Drake. You can't make me hate him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say R. Kelly. I thought you
were no.
Diddy. I thought you were going to go Diddy.
Oh, no. Drake. That's like top rap artist right there. Number 4, I would say J. Cole. Number 5 would probably right now would have to be Kehlani. I listen to a lot of Kehlani, or I've been listening to a lot of Gunna. And I didn't think I liked Gunna like that until he just dropped his last album, but I really vibe with.
Well, hold on. It's going to be Kehlani or Gunna. You only get one spot. Kehlani or Gunna.
It's top artist, I'm going to say Kehlani because I've been listening to her more.
Kevin, that's a mean list. And I know you a little partial to Anita Baker, Kevin, but I need you to tell us, man, what are you giving her for that top 5?
So, Coach, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 10. You said Whitney, the greatest voice ever.
Ever.
I'm saving.
Oh, Lord, no. I'm gonna cut you off. No, I'll let you sing, but no, that next note was not gonna go right.
You.
And then you said everybody's favorite drunk auntie, Anita Baker.
Wait a minute.
It's a no-brainer.
That's 24, B. Jones. Give her the mamba.
I'm tripping up. You said everybody's favorite drunk.
I've never heard that before. Okay.
Anita watching this right now. You just go.
Anita knows she be pulling up. I love Anita.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Kevin, you a fool, man. You been killing it these last 2 episodes, bro.
All right, go. So, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Favorite superhero. Does this have to be an actual superhero, or can it just be somebody that I think of? As a superhero, be my mother. I always tell people this is my mother because I just growing up, I watched her handle so much and just navigate so many things, and she just did a great job of raising us. I have 2 other siblings, 2 brothers, and I watched her go through school and work full time and just make sure we were everywhere we needed to be. And she just did it with so much grace. And I don't know, when I think about my heart, I try to compare that to watching my mom try to endure some things when I was younger, and I always say, well, if she can do that, this is nothing. So it's my mom.
Well, believe me, I know that you have 2 brothers. I did my research. I know that you started playing basketball in the 7th grade. You got 2 uncles who played collegiately.
You was gonna get that research out.
And I know that. Do you still like Starbucks?
I love yes.
See, I was ready, and then she came out.
You look like you was ready. She said, "I love
barbecue." What is going on?
It did take a 3-pointer.
Yeah. All right, Coach. So we asked the superhero question because we see coaches as superheroes, and you know, superheroes have their own theme music. With that said, what would your theme song be?
Right now it would probably be "One of One" by Gunna. I vibe to that.
Gunna's been hot lately too, B. Jones. Everybody loves some Gunna.
Yeah, but I ain't never heard of that one. How that song go, Coach?
Oh, I'm not gonna sing it for you. You gotta look it up for yourself. It's probably not as hype as you think it is. It's just more of the lyrics and like, the melody is kind of, it's a vibe, but
It's
the lyrics
bars.
are needed. So yeah,
Bars,
it's hard.
yeah.
Bars, yeah.
All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Oh, basketball has just taught me so much about navigating life. Like, I mean, being a defensive player, just having that type of mindset you have to learn how to handle a lot of adversity. Like, I think people think that having that defensive approach to the game means that like you're never ever going to get scored on, and that's just not how it goes. Like sometimes if people are going to get some really tough buckets off on you, so just having to handle hard well. And you hear a lot of coaches who talk about that now. You hear Joni at A&M talking about that. You hear Kara Lawson talking about handle hard well, and that's just like a big proponent of how I try to teach the game is. Knowing me as a coach is knowing that I try to teach life through the game of basketball. I think there's so many various characteristics that you can cultivate from this game that can translate over into your everyday life, whether you want to play basketball at the next level or not. So I try to teach my kids to do everything with love, and the hard won't be as daunting as you think it is. Like you got to let your passion step to the forefront, and the hard is inevitable. It's inevitable, but if you allow that love and that passion to step up there, then you can get through anything.
So B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is the lead actress. Who should get to play you in the story of your life?
Oh, these are some crazy. Y'all just coming with it.
It's the initiation. We got to make it tough.
A lead actress. I would say simply because her role resonated with me the most, I guess, not because we resemble each other at all, would be Nia Long, because like Love Jones is like one of my favorite movies, and just her character, her role, and just the art and all the things, the poetry, the music, that's just who I am as a person. Like basketball is just layers. So many layers. Basketball is just like it's like a low on the totem pole of what I think I do best. But I think I allow a lot of like love to step to the forefront. So her role specifically in that movie.
Yeah, you said two of our favorite words, Nia Long. So you good with us. All right, Coach. So this is probably the most important question that we ask during the initiation. B. Jones and I, we love to travel. When we travel, we got to eat. So we come down there before one of your games. What's that one food spot we got to go to, and what's your go-to meal there?
I'm like you got it on the screen. This is my first year at Lake Creek, so I haven't been out around the community like at all. So I really don't know about Montgomery. I'm trying to get familiar with the area myself, but my go-to meal before a game, you already know I don't really like meat like that. I call myself a part-time vegetarian because that's just not my thing. I like kava. If you've ever been to kava, very similar to Chipotle. I think it's better options. I think it's just better quality food. Like
that
harissa protein.
Yeah,
they got protein for you. It's just better quality. So I would definitely take you to a place like kava.
Yeah, that harissa honey chicken be off the chain.
It is very good, very flavorful.
Yeah, I like that, KT. They got these little brine pickles. It's delicious.
Come on now, you know.
I know a little bit of kava. My wife didn't educate me on the kava game. You know what I'm talking about? I get a bowl every once in a while with some fresh pita and a basil lemonade.
Thank you.
Go to kava. Look, I'm trying to get that.
I'm trying to get that endorsement. Yeah, we need that sponsorship.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need a sponsorship. The way you just spit that out there, like
no, you need a sponsorship.
We need a sponsorship. Everybody on this platform needs a sponsorship. All right, so now it is time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and favorite superhero in the comments. Finally, go to our website, sltugotnext.com, to learn more about us and other You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn over to B as we reintroduce our newest play cousin, Coach Brianna Taylor. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach Taylor. We're going to have a good time today, but I'm super excited about having you on this show. It's like some shows I'm super prepared for, and then there's some shows I start doing my education and I start studying, and then all of a sudden I fall in love with a guest that ain't came on the show, but I don't even know him yet. But I'm like, I can't wait. And you are one of those people. It's like it was such an eye-opening experience to learn about your journey, and I hope that we can do justice today. But you know, every superhero story especially starts back at the beginning, right? You got to take them through that origin story. Tell us your origin story, Coach. When did you start playing the game of basketball and fall in love with the game?
I started playing basketball in the 7th grade. And some people say that's like late, being a late bloomer, but I don't necessarily know if that's true. I mean, I feel like people really started to acquire like more like higher level skill and cultivating a love for the game around that age. You know, now people are really training at that age, but back then I guess people were playing the Y neighborhood sports and stuff. And I ran track. I ran summer track throughout fifth grade, 6th grade, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, I believe. And so I was really competitive as a track athlete, just competing on that type of circuit, traveling around the country, going to the Junior Olympics, like just competing at a high level. And once I got to middle school, you know, you try to play every single sport. I played volleyball. That was a waste of my time, but I did that. And then I just trying to follow my friends, I tried out for basketball, and I did not think I would make the team. I was just kind of there in the gym, goofing off, talking to my friends, and just being that type of competitor. You know, you don't want to look silly. You want to put your best foot forward. So I remember in tryouts, like everything that the coach asked us to do, I was trying my best to do it. And I think that she just saw an athlete. She saw someone who could run really fast and jump really high, and I can teach that kid how to do a layup, you know? So I started in the 7th grade, and I made the A team, which I was shocked. I was like, how the heck did you how did I make the A team? I don't even know how to do a layup. And I remember begging my coach to put my friends on A team because they made the B team. I'm like, I just wanted to play with my friends, and you separating us. Like, I understand it. But I really fell in love with the game. I'll never forget it. Like I played at Plummer Middle School in Houston, Texas. And I remember a kid, she was dribbling up to the 3-point line, and she stopped with the ball in her hands, like right out in front of me. And I looked at my coach and I was like, can I take it? And she was like, yeah. And I just ripped it out of her hands, and I just zoomed down the floor and I bricked it off the backboard. But I was like, this is kind of easy. Like I could just rip it out of their hands and just go shoot a layup because everybody was stopping. So that's just kind of how it got going. And I remember going home and talking to my dad about playing basketball. And he was like, you don't play no basketball? Like, what you talking about? And I was like, no, you really got to come and see me. And I was begging him to teach me how to do a layup because I just wanted, I'm like, I'm still in it. I can beat everybody down the floor. I just want to be able to put it in the basket. So I would beg him all the time to, first it was buy a basketball goal. So I remember that Christmas, he did that for me. He bought me a basketball goal. And then I begging him to take me outside to teach me how to do a layup. And it was like pulling teeth, like, please, every single day. It was like, please, I just want to put it in the hole. Right. And finally he did that. He would go outside with me and he taught a layup. And one day he finally came to a game because he wasn't coming. He was like, I'm not going to watch you play basketball like when you run track. So one day he surprised me after work, and he came and he was like, oh, you can hoop a little bit. Like, and all the parents was telling him, like, you got to come and watch your daughter. And he was like, nah. But then he came and he saw that. He was like, okay, well, you do hoop. So that summer they made me choose, you know, summer track and AAU basketball at the same time. So my parents, and we didn't have a lot of resources growing up, so they weren't paying for both. They asked me, like, do you want to play basketball? I can find you a little team around here, or do you want to run track? And it was a no-brainer for me because I was tired. I was tired of running in circles. So I chose basketball, which they were really, really shocked. And my mom, just doing a Google search, she found the Houston Insiders were having tryouts. And I didn't even know who I was playing for, where I was going. Simi Colson was the coach of the team. His daughter is Sydney Colson. Yep. And so I went to a tryout. And again, I was just kind of not embarrassed, but kind of stood in the back because I'm not experienced. And now I'm playing with, there's people in the gym that can like cross over between the legs, behind the back. And I'm like, well, I'm just an athlete. And after that tryout, I remember Simi coming up to my parents like, your daughter got something. I don't know what it is, but she got something. And it just kind of took off from there. That summer, it was so fun. I played on like every team. I think I was 12, 13 at the time. I played 12, 13, 14, 15. Like I played with everybody just because I was one of those kids who could jump out the gym. I could jump out the gym. I could run the floor really hard. I could defend because I was just a competitor. And I think that just kind of was the catalyst for my love for the sport, was just like being able to dictate. And I think that's where defense came from, was like, I can make you do this without a basketball. And, you know, you're trying to break me down, but I can make you go in this direction and you don't even want to. So just having that type of competitive spirit, that just kind of sparked my love for the game.
Now, Coach, it's a far cry from being a seventh grader out there snatching steals to getting an official offer to the University of Texas. What transpired over the next 6 years that got you that type of opportunity? I mean, you must have became a dog for real.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I chalk it up to my parents. I attribute a lot to my parents. My dad was in the military, and when I tell this story to people, they're like, "Oh, that sounds like abuse," but no, it wasn't. Like my dad just taught us how to be dogs. Like our consequences for getting into some trouble, my brother and I, was like, we going to the track. We're going to run hills. We're doing these 6 inches. It was that type of punishment. And I didn't want my brother to ever beat me. So our consequences became competitions. And so I've just always carried that with me. That's why I always tell people, when I got to college, it was never the stuff off the court that was hard, because I did this with my brother growing up, being in the weight room, going to the track, going to the hills. That wasn't hard to me. That was fun to me. So getting the offer from the University of Texas was, I think it was just a testament to the hard work that my parents kind of instilled in me. And I endured a lot of injuries. I mean, I've had so many surgeries. I've broken everything in my body. And I think from 7th grade to high school, it was kind of that buzz around Houston. Like, there's this kid who is super athletic. Probably doesn't have the highest IQ, but she's super, super athletic. And people just love that. People would ask my dad, how is she grabbing the rim? How is she touching the backboard? And it was simply like I just ran track. I did a lot of jumping, a lot of sprints, a lot of hill work just with my workouts from track. And so I think when I tore my ACL the first time, going through that rehabilitation process, it was a matter of talking to my physical therapist about, like, what are your goals? Do you want to be an elite athlete, or do you just simply want to, walk again? And I really had to sit down and have that conversation with myself, because I tore my ACL twice. And after the first time I tore my ACL, it was kind of like, I'm used to hard work, so let's just do it. When I tore it the second time, I had to reflect back on the first time. Right. And I was like, do I really want to do that again? Do I really want to do that again? But at that time, I was really acquiring skill. And I played on an amazing high school team. I mean, our top 8 went D1. Our top 8 went, like, I'm talking about like Power 5. We were really, really good. And I was starting to really foster that type of energy around Houston. And so I knew that I wanted to really prove to myself that I could be the type of athlete, not to other people, but I could be that type of person that I think I was capable of being. People were talking about I had limitations. What's her IQ like? And so I wanted to prove it to myself that I could be that high level type of player. And so when I played for the Houston Insiders all the way up until I tore my second ACL, which was my sophomore year. So my last year of AAU, Al Coleman came to Dekaney High School. And again, our team was really, really good. And so we're playing Clear Springs, we're playing Brooke McCarty, we're playing Courtney Latham, like we're playing a really great basketball team. And Al Coleman came, we had everybody in the stands. Clemson was in the stands, Alabama was in the stands, Tech was in the stands, and Al Coleman was over Cy-Fair at the time. And so he spoke to my parents and was like, I want your daughter on my team. And that was an opportunity of a lifetime, because that was high level basketball. That was getting out on that at the time was just the EYBL circuit. It wasn't no Adidas, Under Armour. It wasn't none of that. It was just, right. You was a Nike national team or you was an independent team. And so getting the opportunity to be on that Nike national team with players like Brooke McCarty and AJ Alex and Dominique Dillingham and Kristen Inman, like, it was so fun. It was really, really fun. And nobody was taller than me on that team. We was just a bunch of guards out there just running and gunning. And that's when I started to, I got some bigger buzz. That's when the big dogs started calling, like UT, like LSU, like Tech, like Kentucky, like Louisville, like South Carolina, like teams just started calling. Because before that, it was just a bunch of mid-majors. And I knew that I wasn't a mid-major type of kid. That's just how I approached it. I was just like, you know what? I'm really grateful for the opportunities that you guys are extending me, but knowing myself, I know I'm a Power 5 kid, and I'm gonna go get that Power 5 offer. So getting the offer from the University of Texas, when I tell this story, is funny because I was having talks with Coach G before she stepped down or before they let her go at UT. And once they let her go, I was like, well, I don't really know who's getting the job there. So I just kind of wrote them off like, well, I guess I'm gonna go to LSU because I love Nikki Vargas now. Like our relationship was amazing. And I hadn't even taken a visit, but I just knew I was going to be a Tiger. I was like, I'm going to be a Tiger. And,
don't do this no more, Coach. Let's just stop this story. You know, that's my score. Oh my God.
I know. And
you telling me we was this close to having you at LSU?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Oh.
I was there, and I loved it. And I loved everything about the program. I loved everything about what the rapport we were able to build. But Karen Aston called me when she got the job at the University of Texas, and it was just her approach. Because kids understand now, like these schools are calling you and they offering you everything. Now they offer you really everything. I can put this type of money in your pocket. I can get you this type of car. I can get your parents this. Back then, it was just like, you can start. Like,
right.
You can get your favorite, you can get your number. Like, you're going to be all this, all that. And I just didn't understand, again, back to how I grew up. How do you know how do you know what I'm going to do, really? I mean, you know what type of work ethic I have, but how do you truly know what type of success I'll have in your program, with your culture, in this system, in that league? And I haven't even stepped foot on campus yet. And so when Karen Aston called me, it was simply like, I was walking by your court on the way to see somebody else at Boo Williams, and I saw you jump up and snag a rebound over 6'8", 6'9". I got a text for telling her to give me that. It's like, give me that. And she was like, and she was just like, I don't know, what type of success you'll truly have here at the University of Texas, but I can promise you that if you work extremely hard, you won't regret spending your 4 years here. And that's the type of mentality I have. Like, okay, you want me to compete and work for it? I can do that. I can definitely do that. And that was appealing to me about Karen Aston's transparency. Like, if you work for it, you can do this for yourself, and you can contribute to the success of our program in the process. And I loved everything about that. So, Austin's right down the street. I took a visit, and knowing me is knowing that academics I've always been a student athlete. Student always comes first. I never really aspired to play at the next level. So sitting down with the academic office and taking, just walking around campus in the winning tradition and just the type of rigorous curriculum that I knew that I could have at the University of Texas, like that was appealing to me, and I fell in love with it.
Should have been a Tiger. No, just that's what you coach. Man, I wish we had some more time to talk about the defensive player of the year. We're going to get you back on another one, Coach, because we got to move this thing to Lake Creek because you battle tested. You went to the college level. You coached at the AAU level. You coached at the high school level. A couple of different stops, and now you get the phone call. What made you decide to say yes to Lake Creek and take on a new opportunity and start all over again, Coach?
Oh my gosh. Lake Creek is my kids. I'm so excited about the season. I mean, I tell people I have the best kids. I have the most humble kids that work extremely hard. And it's so easy for me to pick up the phone and talk to college coaches about these kids because they're better people than they are athletes, and they're really good athletes. And, when I was at Eastview for a year in Georgetown, just right outside of Austin, north of Austin. And we played Lake Creek in the Lake Travis tournament right after Christmas. And I do a lot of scouting. And so when I was scouting this team, I fell in love with them. I just the maturity at every single position, a true point guard in Chaney Spencer. They have our 6'4" big and Matt Golden, a sniper of a shooter in Ava Anderson. I was like, who are these freaking kids? And I started doing film work for them. I'm sending it to my assistant coach, like, look at this kid break her down and watch the help slide over and make the right read. She playing off 2 feet. Like, we were talking about these kids like they're ours. And so when we got the opportunity to play them game 1 at Lake Travis, it was crazy because I might not have the most talented kids. I have the hardest working kids at Eastview that would run through the wall for me. I knew that we could disguise some of our inexperience, and we did just that. So we go into halftime and it's neck and neck. They like, how in the hell is this Eastview team in this game? And we ended up losing. We lost big, but we competed so hard. So it was that mutual respect after the game from Coach Sarah Simmons. She was just like, I love what you're doing there with those kids. And I'm like, I love what you're doing there with these kids. And I kind of was doing my research on Chaney Spencer. I don't even know if she knows this, my point guard now. I had to start hitting up college coaches about her. I'm like, have you seen this kid out of Montgomery, Texas? And the first person I talked to was Jasmine Jenkins out of Davidson. And so I'm like, you got to look at this kid. And she told me, we're already on her, coach. Like, we already on her. And so after the game, I went up to Chaney and I was just like, respect. She probably dropped 35 on us, 40 points on us. I'm like, I am a fan. I'm a fan. I talked to her about some coaches I had been talking to. And I was just like, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that you're good. I don't know you for real, but I'm a fan. And it's just crazy how it all unfolded, because I had just one of my former, like my friends that play softball at the University of Texas. She had posted about Lake Creek. I didn't know she was there. And jokingly, I said, if that job ever comes available, you let me know. And she was like, are you serious about that? And so fast forward, and now it's the school year has finished, and she hits me back up and says, the coach is leaving. And I'm like, what? You're kidding. No way she's leaving this team. Reached out to me and it's just a blessing. I tell people all the time, this is a blessing. Like, this is divine timing. The AD hit me up and was like, your resume slid across my desk and I want to talk to you before anybody. And I was just like, my mind is just being blown right now, how this is all coming together. Chaney Spencer hit me up and was like, I don't know if you know this, but my coach is leaving. And I was like, I know it. And I've applied, and you just hold on. You just hold on. And so I got the job, and it's incredible. These kids are incredible. And I'm just super blessed to be in this position to coach such wonderful athletes.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Yeah. Won't he do it? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, coach. You literally, the team that you watched on video, you scouted, you fell in love with them. You get the opportunity to go coach them. So now I got to ask you, we had the press conference, the parade was thrown, the contracts have been signed. Now it's time to go to work. What's mission 1? What's mission 1? What are we gonna do with this Lake Creek team?
Oh man, let me tell you, like
Chaney Spencer. I'm gonna go look up Chaney Spencer right now.
Chaney Spencer is a dog. Chaney Spencer is a dog, and you're gonna see in maybe in a couple of weeks how much of a dog she is. I'm excited for her, and just all the opportunities she's been given. So it's all going to come together for her and Matt Golden. And so, I got Side Springs on the schedule, November 12th. We going to Sandra Meadows. I'm like, I'm not playing. Who wants I'm not playing. And I just love that the kids are embracing it all. They love the challenges. They're like, coach, we're in the gym 4 days a week. It's not. And I love that, I was able to start this and understand what it truly takes from being at Eastview and actually having the kids buy into the culture and what I'm trying to do as a high school coach. And the buy-in has been phenomenal. So I knew that if I could get those kids to do it, I could get these kids to do it. And so, it's not even July, and these kids are already in the gym. Like, before I get there, they're like, coach, we just got some shots up on the gun. We ready for the workout. Coach, everybody is doing strength and conditioning. It's not, are you coming to the workout? It is, coach, why are we not practicing today? It's a Friday. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
So I love the type of the eagerness, the work ethic, just the excitement that everyone has about these kids. And it's funny because coaches are calling me like, where have these kids been? And I'm like, in Montgomery, Texas. They in Montgomery, they're in the thick of it. But They're amazing. And, you know, I say we're a team. We're a team. We work together. Like yes, I coach you, but we are in the trenches together trying to pull this out. So I'm excited to see what we can do this year. And it's not just those 3 kids, man. I have Reagan Fowles, who's coming in, hasn't even touched foot on campus. I'm like, who is this 2028 point guard dog? Like I'm like, where have these kids come from? But I'm excited about them and just who they are as people.
What is Lake Creek? 5A, 6A?
5A. We're 5A.
So y'all gonna make some noise up in it. Are y'all coming to the prelude?
Are we gonna try to do something? We're gonna try to do something.
You gotta do the prelude.
We can do a little something.
Come to the prelude.
We gonna try. Hey, you send me the information and we can try to get something.
Either the prelude or Pink October, because both of them events be up here.
So P. Jones, we following Cheney.
No, we don't.
Oh, you know Cheney.
Yeah, she plays for Sci-Fi, right?
Yeah, she played for Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cheney.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, if you don't know Cheney, you gonna know Cheney.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I guess sometimes these names, it'd be so many kids' names. Yeah, we know Cheney Spencer. Okay, all right, KT. Thank you for putting me on right there. But Coach, we got to get you to come back for another round of this. We guarantee the nation that we only gonna do 45-minute sessions. And your story, I feel like we just cracked this thing like, you know what I mean? We just popped the top on this thing. But Coach, the title of the show is You Got Next. It's all about the future. You just got everybody excited about this Lake Creek team and Cheney Spencer and Matt Golden and all this other stuff cracking. But Coach, what's cracking for you? What are you most excited about in your career? What are you looking forward to? And what's up next for Coach Brianna?
You know, I always say this. I try not to place any expectations on my life. I let God lead it. And, you know, whatever he has for me is what I try to follow, like whatever that looks like. And I think I'm walking in my purpose. And I tell people this, just like I got on Ashley's podcast and told her, I got nothing to prove. I just want to help extend knowledge where I can and help these kids exceed at the next level if that's what they aspire to, and just be successful in life. And that's all I want to do. Whatever that looks like next for me is whatever that looks like next.
All right, Coach, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Lake Creek, my Lions, man. We about to make some noise. I want to give a shout out to Georgetown Eastview, because those are my babies. That's where it started, and you know, I forever love to them, and Coach Terrell over at Eastview and Coach Jason Dean, like just extending me that opportunity has been astronomical for me, because without them I wouldn't be here. And shout out to the University of Texas, because Longhorns for life, baby.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call up the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Let me see. Who am I calling out next? I'm gonna call out Lawrence Bailey. Lawrence Bailey just took the job at Cedar Ridge. He was at Taylor High School out in Taylor, Texas, doing great things. He was Coach of the Year. He made some noise over there. So I'm excited about his trajectory and what he's going to do at Cedar Ridge.
All right, Lawrence Bailey, let the world know that you are up next. Your ticket just got punched, and you are now on the clock. We got to get you on the show and tell your story to the world, my guy. So we will be reaching out to you ASAP. Look out for us, all right? Don't leave us on red, because we will track you down. We're going to call everybody to get Coach Bailey on this joint. But Coach Brianna Taylor, the defensive player of the year now. You're about to be the defensive coach of the year. Coach, you got next. You are the truth. You are an assassin. You are a trailblazer. You are so authentic, genuine. You are lioness, Coach, at heart. You are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Wop, 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 wop. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, I love doing this show. Hey, this has been a fun one. Hey, we got to do this again, Coach. So please, we're going to send the contract your way. So we go ahead and get you back on for another session, because it's going to be tough to track her down once Lake Creek starts swagging. folks. Once they knock off a couple of people, everybody will be like, okay, we know who she is. But Coach, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and make sure you throw the line emoji in the chat out there. Hit us with that line emoji so we can show y'all some love. We drop content every single day. KT and I, we hard working at this thing. We ain't gonna stop. We can't stop. We won't stop. Make sure you're hitting us up at Sports Life Talk, all one word. It's just me and my guy here. And if you want to be on the show, you know, we know the Spencer kid is off the chain, but it's a bunch of kids like Matt Golden. We want all y'all to come on this joint if you got something to say. So hit us up. Go to our website, SLTYouGotNext.com. That's SLTYouGotNext.com. Click on the nominate tab and tell us a little bit about yourself, okay? Just tell us why you think you got next, and we'll give you an audition to be on the show. And last but not least, I'm a podcast junkie, Coach. I love listening to the podcast. I ride, I listen to our show. I listen to It's Just Different podcast. So I'm always listening to podcasts, but if you like listening to the shows like that, download this show and up to over 600 other You Got Next episodes from coaches and athletes and college ball players. This thing has gotten out of hand. It got absolutely nuts. I tell you, something in there for everybody, and you can keep the show, the inspiration, the laughs, the fun stories going forward by downloading this show on Apple, Spotify, wherever you download them, you know, wherever you download your podcast. KT put it everywhere. So, all right, Kev, man, let's get out of this joint, bro. I've had a good one.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get Coach back on the show because you know she's a sneakerhead, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I got my heat over here.
I was ready for it, too. I was ready for you. But, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Coach. I saw this one picture though, and I need you to show me that. What was you doing? Do that flex for me, Coach. Do that flex.
Was it this one?
Yeah. You was flexing. You was turned up. You had the mouth open, Coach. You got to do that one time for me.
You know, I'm gonna bring the energy. I'm always gonna bring the energy.
Hey, Coach. We thank you so much. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because together we are better, and keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest. Hot in the room, podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom, you are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah.